everyone. This is the third video from a series of videos discussing why dawn in Indonesia occurs too early. Please follow the first two videos to understand this video. We are from the Islamic Science Research Network, Hamka Muhammadiyah University in Jakarta. This series of videos is a summary of a book in Indonesian entitled The Evaluation of Dawn Indonesia Times. Science, Technology and Sharia Perspectives, which was published on January 5, 2018. English and Arabic editions of the book are being prepared. To order the published book in Indonesian, please contact Hamka Press, phone or WhatsApp, +62 838 7266 8742. The title of this presentation is Verification by the Third Party. On August 21, 2017, the Jakarta Islamic Center, JIC, in Jakarta invited us to present our interim results regarding the issue of the presence of dawn before an assembly of experts from different expertise. There were around 80 invitees, which are generally Sharia experts, hadith, interpretation, Islamic astronomy, etc. An author of the book entitled The Commencement of Dawn Prayer. According to Sharia, astronomy, and empirical studies, Dr. Agus Hassan Bashori and the team who intentionally came directly from Malang, an hour flight from Jakarta, were also present. At the end of our presentation, Dr. Bashori expressed his strong support to the results of our research because he has carried out the same research even earlier since 2009. He supported many of our results with Sharia arguments that he is indeed very masterful of. Dawn photographic mission on Pramuka Island. 2 days later, on August 23, 2017, JIC sent its Farj observation team to photograph the dawn on Pramuka Island, Thousand Islands Regency. For this, the JIC observation team used an ordinary DSLR camera. The next day, Mr. Kiki Jailani, a Muslim scholar of the JIC, sent a message via WhatsApp which was translated into English as follows, in following up on the issue of the commencement of Farj prayer. The astronomical team of the Jakarta Islamic Center has conducted the dawn observation on the east coast of Pramuka Island this early morning, Wednesday, August 23, 2017. When the Al-Maghmariyah Mosque echoed the Farj prayer call, the team observed the entire east coast sky that was entirely dark, except the presence of stars scattered in the sky. There were no signs of the presence of the dawn, either the false dawn or the real dawn. The team then continued to conduct the observations by taking photographic shots using a DSLR camera. The date and the timing of the exposure are printed in each photo acquired. From the following photographic evidence, it was only at 5:15 a.m. We saw the appearance of thin beams gradually in the eastern horizon. Then, at 5:20 a.m., we just saw clearly the local horizon as an intersection line between the celestial sphere and the sea. At that time, our team only realized that approximately 100 meters in front of us, there was a mangrove forest that was originally not visible because the sky was too dark at the time of the dawn prayer call at 4:41. From these direct sight observations, our team can confirm what was conveyed by Professor Tono and Dr. Agus Hassan Bashori 2 days earlier at the Jakarta Islamic Center. We encourage every one of us to try to conduct a direct observation of the sky during the dawn prayer call in her own place. Please check as to whether you experience the same phenomenon as we experienced. In addition, Mr. Kiki Jailani of the JIC also sent the photos taken at Pramuka Island as an attachment to WhatsApp messages to ISRN. Unfortunately, they are not the original photo because their geometric resolution is so low, only 547,200 pixels per photo. It seems to us that the memory of the photos had been reduced quite significantly to fit as attachments of the WhatsApp message. We have tried to request access to the original photo with a higher geometric resolution. However, we never received them at all. There are a number of other weaknesses in the photos taken by the JIC team. Some Some of them are photos are not taken as a series of photos with a constant certain temporal resolution. In our second video, we conducted a series of photography using an all-sky camera with a constant temporal resolution of 7 seconds. For example, ISRN only received 4 images of Pramuka Island taken at 5:15, 5:20, 5:21, and 5:22 a.m. The JIC observation team did not use a tripod when taking the photos. As a result, it is impossible to carry out certain image processing techniques, such as image subtraction, like when analyzing the all-sky camera image in the second video. ISRN then used histogram and edge detection analysis to analyze the JIC observation team's image. To start with, we analyzed the image taken at 5:15. In this slide, the original photo is on the left, while on the right is its image histogram. As mentioned before, the official dawn of the government on August 23, 2017, on Pramuka Island occurred at 4:41. This is when the sun is at a dip of -20 degrees in accordance with the common beliefs for tens of years. Meanwhile, on the same night, ISRN actually collected the SQM data in DEPIC as our daily program in 2017. We did the SQM data collection in DEPIC because JIC never told us about the planned dawn photography on Pramuka Island. Should JIC notify us in advance, we can just do the SQM data collection on Pramuka Island. The estimated dawn based on the SQM data in DEPIC was then transferred to Pramuka Island. This is just a simple translation process actually. The real dawn according to the SQM data occurred at 5 hours 0 minutes and 54 seconds. In the original image on the left, at 5:15 visually, the image still looks pitch black. The bright part in the lower right corner of this image is the recorded beam of street lighting. Meanwhile, the image on the right is an image histogram which also still shows the condition of the sky that is still pitch black. On this histogram, the number of black pixels is still very dominant. Around 250,000 of all 547,200 pixels of the whole image. From both of them, we see that there is no visible horizon yet. Even though the team claimed that they could see a thin beam of light depicting the local horizon in the eastern direction at 5:15. Next, we see the image taken at 5:20. In the original image on the left, we begin to see the presence of the horizon. It may not be distinguishable in this picture, but on a computer screen, this phenomenon seems rather obvious. While from the related histogram on the right, we can see the spread of pixels with brighter grayscale. The number of the black pixel itself has decreased from 250,000 in the previous image to only around 140,000. This means that the number of pixels with brighter grayscale has increased significantly as the total number of pixels in an image remained constant. We can also see the histogram pattern that has spread towards the end, which has touched a grayscale value of 50 or even 60. In the 521 image, the presence of mangrove forests has begun to appear. The local horizon is increasingly clear, and the histogram on the right has spread wider. Likewise, we can see the pattern in the image taken at 5:22 a.m. Canny edge detection technique. The next analysis is to use the canny edge detection technique for the 4 images we have. Like the histogram analysis, the canny edge detection algorithm is also unable to detect the presence of beam in the eastern horizon at 5:15 a.m. as the JIC observation team claims visually in the field. However, this technique is able to delineate the light illumination of the road on the right and the exposure times printed on the bottom right corner. Only an image is taken at 5:20. The canny edge detection algorithm can delineate the eastern horizon. The results of this horizon delineation are increasingly evident in subsequent images taken at 5:21 and 5:22. Note also the results of the cloud clot delineation that changes in each image. Its appearance changes dynamically over time, while the appearance of the horizon is consistent and increasingly clear over time. Conclusion: the JIC observation team clearly denied the presence of dawn when the official prayer call was recited at 4:41 or when the sun is at -20 degrees dip, as the government of Indonesia suggests. It simply proves that the dawn did not appear when the sun was at a dip of -20 degrees as believed for tens of years. Further, the dawn observation team of JIC claims that, in the field, they have been able to detect the appearance of dawn at 5:15 a.m., even though the appearance cannot be verified on the imagery using various image processing techniques. If the JIC team's claim is correct, it means that the dawn occurs about 14 minutes late than the dawn estimated using the SQM data. On the other hand, the image processing analysis was able to detect the presence of dawn even much later at 5:20 a.m., which was marked by the clearer appearance of the eastern horizon. This means the delay is around 19 minutes from the presence of dawn according to the calculation results of the SQM data. In other words, the SQM sensor is much more sensitive than the naked eyes. Even though the DSLR camera failed to verify the presence of dawn calculated by the SQM data, this study raised hopes that better temporal and geometric resolutions will improve the results. The use of a DSLR camera has advantages over an all-sky camera (ASC) due to several reasons. ASC's image was too dominated by the black portion around the image perimeter, which is not needed. It even becomes disturbances in the image processing analysis. We don't need the coverage of the entire hemisphere. Not only will this burden the image processing tasks, but it will also obscure the focus to detect the presence of dawn on the eastern horizon. In order to focus on efforts to detect dawn on the eastern horizon, we have applied progressive sampling techniques in our second video. The use of a DSLR camera, on the other hand, maintains flexibility, as we can point the camera right in the direction where the sun will rise according to its ephemeris data. This way, the whole DSLR image frame is useful in the image processing analysis. In the next video, we will show you the potential of using a gadget camera. We will also show the use of other sensors for detecting the presence of dawn. Thanks for watching.